It was high above the empty streets of London this morning that the RAF Red Arrows flew. In different times, crowds would have assembled to look up on this tribute. Instead, barely a soul was watching in Trafalgar Square. This was a different VE Day celebration to the one that had been planned. And with no royals inside Buckingham Palace here, today's nationwide 2-minute silence was led from Scotland, where the Prince of Wales and Duchess of Cornwall laid a wreath at the War Memorial in Balmoral, on the estate where they are spending the lockdown. The 2 minutes pause was also marked in Edinburgh, in Belfast, Cardiff, and in many other cities. This was Preston at 11 a.m. and this the Prime Minister in Downing Street. And this is what we were marking today, the end of the war in Europe, the defeat of Nazi Germany, announced on the 8th of May, 1945. And after appearing on the Buckingham Palace balcony again and again that day, King George VI made a radio address to the British Empire.
Germany, the enemy who drove all Europe into war, has been finally overcome.
19-year-old Princess Elizabeth partied in her army uniform on the streets of London that night. Tonight, as Queen, she will make a national address at the same time as her father 75 years ago. Before coronavirus invaded the UK, the original plans to mark VE Day involved the Queen going to Westminster Abbey, a parade by veterans down the Mall, and a flypast for the crowds who'd gathered outside Buckingham Palace, the focus of the national commemorations. Instead, it all feels very different here today. And the changed plans involved Prince Charles reading his grandfather's diary entries from VE Day.
No more fear of being bombed at home, and no more living in air raid shelters. But there is still Japan to be defeated, and the restoration of our country to be dealt with.
Today was about remembering, without anyone gathering in large numbers to do so. Chris Ship, ITV News, Buckingham Palace.